we're here at this program called Solutions, and you have got an amazing story of how God has been working in your life. So, Amanda, what's your story?
Well, I came to Solutions, which is part of Grace Foundation, in May last year. I was arrested last February, me and my partner both were, and went to prison, and I heard about Grace Foundation while I was in prison. So I applied, they came out and saw me, and I got released to them.
Wow. And so this right now, would you a year ago have considered kind of this Bible-based, program?
No, a year ago, if you had told me that I would be here, I wouldn't have believed you. But I also wouldn't have believed that I could be as happy as I am now. The way that Grace Foundation has changed my whole life is mainly to do with my own thinking, my outlook on life. I've gone from that criminal-minded world into a God-minded world, and just the whole Solutions program, they actually do give you real solutions. It's all about learning the Bible, well, not just learning the Bible, but learning the stories and the teachings in it. The teachings, those still practices can be put into practice today. Right. They're still relevant, and it's just the way that you look at things and that you look at the world.
Right. Well, Amanda, thanks for sharing, because I know that many people all around the world and in their cities also kind of look at different populations of the group to say, hey, those guys are unreachable. And so here you are, you're a living witness on how God's grace can transform lives. And so right now, can you tell us, what are the elements of the Solutions, program?
Well, every day we start off with our devotions, which is when we all get together, have a prayer. We'll go through a story from the Bible and we'll learn different elements from it. Then we'll break, then we'll get together and split into women's and men's groups. And that's when we delve deeper into the Bible and the meanings and the lessons in it.
Right, and applying it to your life.
Yeah, and how to apply it into our life.
Right, wow. And this is something right now that, how would you share, a story of how you've seen God actually transform your thinking or transform kind of, on that journey of faith?
It's completely transformed. Like, I was such a negative person before and I didn't realize it. I would have classed myself as one of those unreachable people. Like, a year ago, I wouldn't have even considered basically a religious rehab, but it's been the only thing that's worked for me. And I've tried so many different rehabs and programs, some of the most intensive in New Zealand, and none of it's worked until I found Grace Foundation. Right. Grace Foundation has been about installing those values, making you feel valued, giving you a purpose, and giving you direction. Right. And I just haven't had that before.
Wow. And so this is something right now, as you've seen that, how have you seen some of the interactions with some of your other people, and friends who are also in the program? Have they had a story similar to yours?
Yes, there's heaps of stories similar to mine. When I got out in May last year, my partner was still inside. He ended up getting out in October and coming to Grace Foundation because he saw the difference in me through my letters. When I first told him that I was coming out to Grace Foundation, he thought I was insane. But then as the months went on and he saw me change in my letters to him, he decided that he wanted to come out, and now he's at Grace Foundation as well, and he hosts cell group at his house every week. We both attend church, we're looking at marriage. Like, it's completely transformed our lives.
Wow, so you actually saw that even in your own personal relationship. Yeah. So that's amazing. Now, how else right now? I know that Grace Foundation is linked to a church.
Calvary.
Yeah, Calvary Church, and that's one of the Seventh-day Adventist churches here in Auckland, New Zealand. And so that's so thrilling to see actually how this church is actually, and we're working with its partners like Grace Foundation to actually meet needs in the community and then take that next step and actually making disciples. And so that's the privilege that we have today of in working in our urban environments, of actually giving those examples. And so do you want to share another story from your kind of your perspective?
Calvary Church is a church that they don't just stand there and talk. They actually take action. They do things. They help the community. Like, would have been a few months back, we celebrated the passage out of the Bible, Isaiah 58, and we went and we delivered over 4,000 food packages to the most needy area in South Auckland, over in Clendon. And we went door to door handing out bread, fish, tinned goods, and it was actually getting out and actually helping people.
Right.
You know, you could see that you were helping people, and it just gave us a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And it's not just a church of words, it's a church that actually cares and is there for one another.
That's awesome to hear. And as you, did you actually help out in distributing? That's awesome, Amanda. And then what was the response of some of the people as
People were very like, huh, what? How much is it? And we're like, it's free, it's a donation from our church. People just couldn't believe it.
Wow, wow. And so that's thrilling, Amanda, to hear how God has actually changed your heart. Because a year ago, would you have done that?
No way.
To actually be involved in serving your community?
I wouldn't have got out of my car in South Auckland.
Really?
Yeah, but it's changed my mind. It's given me a new way of looking at people and seeing the good in people instead of just seeing, you know.
Well, it sounds like Christ has, in that grace transformation in your own heart, He's actually changed your eyes
Yeah,
to see,
definitely.
to see that part of Auckland completely differently.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you, Amanda, for sharing and for your story and to giving God glory for how He's been working in your life. And so I just wanted to say thank you for joining us here, Amanda. For this episode of Mission 360, and thank you. This is Pastor Doug Van reporting here in Auckland for Mission 360.